So I wasn't actually going to make a video today, and then I decided I've got all this free time and nothing to do with said time. So I thought to actually speak about what it was like to have shaved head. Now at the moment, this is my hair. So um, I had an undercut, so it's a little bit short there, but the rest of it's quite long. Um, well, I've had a shaved head for 2 years, so it's quite long in comparison. I don't know where my stand is today, so I'm sorry that this is going to be really shaky as well on the floor because I can't find it. And I know that this is an awful angle as well, but the video of me shaving my head, which by the way is from 2015, in a week literally got 1,000 views, and I think that's because a lot of people are thinking of shaving their heads at the moment, and you know, it's become like sort of a fashion thing as well as people wanting to do it for charity, which is really good. I shaved my head with Marks and Spencer's, who I work for now, and we raised £600, which isn't much, but for me, who only has a very few like close friends and stuff, it was a lot. And £600 for a cause is good. We all put together, my family put together, and it was good. We did it in memory of my stepdad, who died of lung cancer, and he didn't get any help from Macmillan, but I wanted to do something to honour him and raise money for him. In terms of shaving my head and the process, it was really freeing as a feeling. One of the drawbacks, I'd say, is when you get to like about an inch stage, you have to use gel to flatten it down, because otherwise literally your hair will be sticking up, and it feels like it's like that. It's not, it feels like it is, and that's stressful. And sometimes it can get itchy, especially if it's sunny. I shaved my head in September, I think it was, and it was so hot. It was like awfully hot, and so my head got sunburned, and it was really, really itchy, and it just looked like I had nits, which I didn't, obviously. That was the first time. And another thing I will say, which I tell everyone, which I didn't find out because I did a lot of research before shaving my head. I was looking at girls who shave their heads for like ages on YouTube. There was like that girl, I can't remember her name now. I'll probably find out her name. She's a YouTuber and she's quite popular, and she shaved her head. Nibbles or something. I liked her. And Pixie, someone. I can't remember the name. But yeah, I did do a lot of research, and nobody told me how much I'd sweat. I sweated like so much, and I don't sweat really. Like, I'm not a sweaty person. It's like what, 20 something degrees, and I'm fine now. I mean, to be fair, I'm just wearing a jumpsuit, but yeah, I'm always cold. But something that did happen, which I was not prepared for, was the fact that sweat rolls down your head because there's no hair for it to latch into, so your body's obviously not used to it, so it will literally just roll down your head. And I had to honestly constantly take tissue with me everywhere, and I'd be in work. And another thing is getting a job. Like, I had bar jobs at the time. I'm sure nobody wouldn't hire you. Like, if anybody discriminates against you for having a shaved head, that's not right. But I did feel self-conscious when applying for a job. When I went to interviews, I'd wear wigs and stuff. I've got some wigs here, I'll show you now. Guys, these wigs are really tatty. But basically this was like, at the time, Kylie Jenner had this sort of hair, and I didn't really like the Kardashians, but I really liked her hair, so I bought this. This is only a synthetic wig, but it can be straightened, and it is a front lace wig, which is what I'd recommend getting. Something else I didn't know about front lace wigs, I didn't do enough research, and I found out that you've got to trim it to your head, and I did in the end, and it sort of fit, and it looked alright. I made sure there was like a parting in it, because when I first got it there wasn't much of a parting, and so it looked really fake, and then I just sort of styled it and straightened it. Every time I wore a wig I would have to straighten it, because with it being synthetic they get tangled really easily. Another wig I have was a blonde one. I think I actually gave that to one of my friends and they wanted a wig. But I've got this black one as well, which had a fringe. Something I will say is that if you can pull off a fringe, get a wig with a fringe, because when I wore this wig, I'll put pictures up of these wigs, but when I wore these wigs, nobody could tell, because nobody could ever see the lace. Because on pictures and stuff, you definitely can't, but if you can see, even when this was £30, I think, and I bought it from local shop, like in St John's shopping centre, and it's been really good. Like, it was really comfortable. It's got clips on it. I didn't have to put any extra clips in it, and it was really good. I couldn't wear extensions till it got to about there, on the back, and it did grow at the back more than the front, so I ended up trimming it. I trimmed it, and then it got to a point where it was like a coconut all the way around. So I thought, let me make it look like I meant to do this. So I cut in a little fringe as well, and I had this little box, and I pretended that I meant to do that, and I didn't. But I got a job, so it's fine. I've just got so much hair now. Be prepared that if you do miss your hair and you'd end up getting a wig, you'll buy lots and lots of wigs. Like, start again, because I had no space left on my phone and I don't have a camera. What I was saying was, yeah, buy a wig with a fringe. Something I will post is me transition between the hairstyles. Wow. Anyway, yeah. One sec. The ice cream man stopped. Anyway, and I do need ice cream, so I can't get one. Anyway, yeah. I will post a video. I'll just a crappy little video, not even talking about it. Just going through it. I dyed it lots of different colours, and I might put it at the end of this video, might not. I'll see. Anyway, now my hair's in a really good condition. I had dyed it from there, as you can see, so this is all natural, and this is where it's been dyed. I dyed it a few different colours, and it's very hard to get this disgusting brown shade that my natural hair colour is. I'm going to dye it again soon, as I'm 23 and I'm going grey. Other than that, I can't actually think of anything else. If you've got any questions, like, please ask. Like, I want to answer questions regarding shaving your head. Like, I really do. If you want to know anything, just tell me. At first I was a little bit self-conscious. Luckily, I had a very round head. I know that sounds stupid, but when you're bald, you want a round head. So, but if you haven't, you can always disguise it. Like, I wore bandanas when I was bald to try and make myself look a little bit more feminine, but a lot of the time I really like looking androgynous, so I just let it be. And I just wore bolder makeup and bolder clothes and just went with it, and it was as bold as possible, and that's the way I like to be anyway. I like to stand out, because I don't look normal anyway, so what's the point? And yeah, please ask questions. I'd like to answer if you've got any. I know that I'm not like a big YouTuber or anything, but even though I'm terrible and incoherent, I will try my best to answer questions. I feel insecure being on camera, so I'm so sorry about the way I conduct my videos. But thank you so much for watching. If you could subscribe, that'd mean a lot to me. If you could give me a like, that'd also mean a lot to me. But even just watching this video means a lot to me. So thank you so much.